Welcome back, everyone. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. This is Exploring Whiskey, where we sample whiskeys from around the world.
Today we're going to be sampling another Irish whiskey. This is going to be the Green Spot. This is the single pot still Irish whiskey. This might be the oldest distillery that
I'm going to say yes.
They've been doing this since 1805.
Yeah, they started as they were a merchant family back in Ireland, based out of Dublin. They started shipping some ex-sherry casks and port casks up into Dublin. They'd go to the Jameson distillery, fill it up, and then they'd barrel it and just kind of let it hang out. The interesting part for that is the way they told the age of the different barrels was the spot. So based off the color that they put on the barrel, that was what they used to just remember exactly which is which age. So there's a bunch of different spots. There's a blue, red, green, yellow. I've only seen the green and the yellow, and the green is, I want to say it's right around mid-60s to $70. The yellow's 90-ish.
Let's say if we took a road trip, we could probably find the other ones.
Probably could figure it out, and wouldn't mind doing that in Dublin, actually. So triple pot stilled, and it's a blend of both malted barley and
unmalted.
So give this a quick little pour. And the main reason why they got into that habit of blending the two together was back in the day when Ireland was controlled by Great Britain, similar to how America dealt with tea. They kind of figured out a way to protest. The Irish figured out a way to get around the taxes. They used to be taxed on how much malted barley they used. So they started blending in unmalted barley and figured out a way to make it work.
Good for them.
Yeah, exactly. Ingenuity. Ooh, that is sweet. And funky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. A lot of that barley note. I'm not going to say, it's not exactly honey. It's a little more of is it caramel? It is a little honey, honestly.
A little bit.
Yeah, but there's a more of a sugary note to it.
I mean, it's very sweet to the nose, very sweet to the taste.
A little bit lighter color. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything's ex-bourbon or ex-sherry cask. So kind of makes sense that it's going to be a little bit lighter because it's not new oak.
Mm-mm.
New char. That's it. Ooh, that's nice.
Very smooth again.
Yeah, no burn.
It's sweet all the way through.
Very sweet. There's a couple little spice notes in there, but they're very light. It's more of a sweet.
Yeah.
There's no age statement. There's no age statement on the bottle or the packaging. But on the website, it actually specifically says that it's between 7 and 10 years. So they put an age statement, it would have to be 7. Why they don't put it on the bottle, who knows? Maybe at some point it won't be.
There's some
7 to 10.
kind of regulation.
Yeah, there probably is. Now I got a little bit of a zest, like a citrus zest in there. It's not heavy, but it's adding a little bit to it. That is the one thing I've in having this particular whiskey a couple times, because you can see the bottles, not quite towards the top. The more you go back to it, it keeps
bring something else out.
Yeah, it keeps giving you a little bit more. There's another note. There's a little extra this or that, which is one of the things I really like about this. And there's a few other ones. Teeling does that a lot, where you'll start to pick up a couple extra notes the more you go back to it. Like, it just opens up. I find that super enjoyable.
I'm not picking much up. I mean, I get the honey from start to finish.
Yeah, see, I'm going to say it's sweet, but it's something other than honey. It's more of it. At one point I got a little bit of a brown sugar note to it.
I go back to it. Oh, apple.
Yeah, there's a light apple. again, and I know we've had that before too, that conversation, but more like the Gala apple Fuji, like the blended apple. It's not that crazy bold Granny Smith or Delicious Red or
somewhere in between.
Delicious Red, Red Delicious.
Red Delicious.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there. It's light all the way through. It's very, very sweet, but
honey, some kind of a sweetness.
Yeah.
A sugary sweet, and it's not farmer's market honey. This is like store bought, like fortified with high fructose corn syrup honey.
Squeeze it out of the plastic tube.
Exactly, the little bear.
Yeah. No, I mean overall, I think it's pretty good.
It's very good. I really enjoy it. It's on the pricier side for most Irish whiskeys, especially at 80 proof, right?
Yeah.
I think 80 proof. You know,
Which I'm still curious
$70.
why all the scotches and the Irish whiskeys just really hover around that 80.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's the minimum for whiskey. Mm-hmm. So why they decide to proof it down to that, I don't fully know.
I'd be curious. This would be good.
Proofed up a little.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah. That is one of the reasons why I really enjoy the Teeling, because they're usually 92.
Yeah.
And that, I think, you start to get a little bit more of the flavor. It's not as watered down and muted as an 80 is going to be. Yeah.
Well,
but still enjoyable.
Yeah, very enjoyable. But to that, we hope you enjoyed this episode of The Green Spot. If you've got an Irish whiskey, we'd love to hear about it, one of your favorite ones. But while you're here, we encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
As always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified when we put out a new show, and leave a comment of, have you had Green Spot? Have you heard of Green Spot? Because a lot of people have not heard it, and then if you like a Jameson Redbreast, you know, those kind of single pot still type ones, this is right in that kind of line, and it's really delicious, and it's not super hard to find. You might have to go to a store or two to find, but it's findable. So, thanks very much for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.